Hey everyone, it's Kim, Angel Dream Crafts, and I'm here with my first design team project for September for ScraPerfect. And I'm sure you guys all saw my GT unboxing. ScraPerfect is the maker of the best glue ever. And as you can see, I've got the no clog writing cap on top of my glue, and that really is an economical way to not use too much glue, but you don't need much of this glue anyway. You use very little of it and it holds beautifully, and I will show you what I made. I also used the embellishment wheel, the floral embellishment wheel with the little flowers in it, and I also used the perfect pouch, which let me explain to you. Let's see here. Perfect crafting pouch. This is actually what I did with this was when I printed off my images, I used this on top of, as soon as it came out of the printer, I just kind of used this. It has a little strap on the back, and you put your hand under here and you just kind of go over your images when they come out of the printer, and it stops any bleeding or smearing from your inkjet printers. So my images are nice and clear, no bleeding, no running, so super handy tool for that, but it has other uses as well, but that is what I used it for this time. So that's called the Perfect Crafting Pouch. And it's for embossing powder as well, and like I said, it's also for, I said in my unboxing video, you can use this when you're using air dry clay in your molds. If you just use this inside your mold, you don't have to use cornstarch or anything. This is a great product for that, and I will be doing that soon, probably next month. Anyway, what I made this time was some junk journal ephemera. And as I said, I started off with the pouch. I did that, and then I did the tags first, and I'll show you the tags. I printed these off of Pinterest. I've got 6 here that I did, and there's some flowers. There's the flower ones, and then there's these 3 with the frames. And what I did was I cut them out after I printed them, and then I glued some vintage book paper on the back, and of course I used the best glue ever for that. And I love this glue because it never buckles the book paper or your paper or anything. You don't use a lot, so there's no worry about it squirting out the edges. Once I glued the book paper down, I sewed around it, and then I used on these ones, well, on all of them, I used some of the Tim Holtz rub-ons, and then you can see the tiny little flowers there from the embellishment wheel right there on the top. And I did a little purple one on that one, and this one has a little blue one, and then these ones I used 2 each. And I didn't want to put much on them because they're for a junk journal, so you want them to stay pretty flat. And these flowers are very flat. They're much better than using clay flowers because the clay flowers are more dimensional. These are nice and flat, so they're great for cards and junk journals. So very good embellishments for that. And then I just added some seam binding and tulle and vintage lace to the top. So those are my tags. And then I made 4 corners, a pair mirroring each other this way. And all I did was I took some music paper, I folded it in half, used some best glue ever, and then I sewed it all around it. And then I sewed around the image as well, and then I used the best glue ever to mat it on some black cardstock. So they came out really pretty. I love the images. So I've got 2 sets of those that were made exactly the same way. And I love using this glue because it dries really quickly. These I did for pockets in a junk journal. You could slide one of your tags back here. It would work perfectly as a pocket or a tuck. And so I made 3 of those with Marie Antoinette. and I couldn't find my dimensional tape, and I wanted to put some words on these ones and pop them up. So what I did was I just took some black cardstock and folded it, and then I used the best glue ever to glue it to the back, and that made it dimensional. You can see it's popped up there with the black cardstock. So those are the 3 pieces that I made there, and they can be used, like I said, for pockets in a junk journal. I think they'd be perfect for that, really, because they fit the tags really nicely. So that is my first design team project for ScraPerfect. I will be doing projects on the 14th of every month and on the 30th of every month, so you can stay tuned for those on my channel and also on the ScraPerfect blog. And of course, you're going to find the links to ScraPerfect and the ScraPerfect blog in the description box below. And I hope that you like it, and I hope that you'll check out their products. I really like the glue. It really does live up to its name, best glue ever. It's great for paper crafting, and like I said, these bottles last a long time because you don't use very much glue. You use very, very little glue, and with this no clog writing cap on it that they also sell, it helps you to not use much glue, so it lasts a really long time. Like this will last me for several months, this bottle, because you use so little of it. And I love it. I love it. I loved it when I was on the team before, and I'm happy to be back on the team again and use this glue again. I really like it. So you'll see lots more projects coming up from me. And of course, even when I'm not doing DT projects, I'll be using this glue because I love it. So that's it for now. I hope you like my junk journal ephemera that I made. That's it for right now, though, and I'll be back soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.